It is Thursday the 4th of April 2019. Now, through that door there is our garage, and we tend to use the garage more as storage. I don't think we've ever put a car in it. But we've got in there 2 fridges and 4 freezers. Now that's quite a load on the electricity supply, and we generate our electricity from the solar panels. But there comes a point soon where we'll have batteries installed overnight so that they can charge up through the day and provide us with electricity through the night. So therefore we're not buying it in, and that means we've got to try and reduce the load on the electricity supply through the day. So we're looking at shutting down at least one of the freezers, and it's an old one that we were given 30 odd years ago by a friend who'd had it for about 10-15 years anyway. So we're talking of something that's nearly 50 years old. So it works, continues to work, but it's full of food which is quite old. And I was going through last night, and for example, these eggs and these eggs are from 2015. So I'm going to make these into, or one of these tubs into a scrambled egg at the moment, but we're going to systematically go through the freezers, try and rearrange them, but also get food used up. Another example of using up food, this is a bean soup, and the beans had been in the freezer since 2013, so definitely time to use them up. So runner beans and broad beans, a few potatoes from last year's crop went into this, and this is a soup we had last night, and we'll be having it for the next few days as well. So this is our big upright freezer. This is the easiest one to use because it's got drawers in, whereas next to it is the old freezer, nearly 50 years old, which is much more difficult to sort of find stuff in because it's a chest freezer, so therefore stuff sort of tends to pile up and stuff at the bottom gets forgotten about. So this freezer here is the one we are going to try and empty over the coming weeks. So there we have a scrambled egg ready for lunch. We also found an awful lot of this in the freezer. That's actually in the upright freezer. It's the fat from the pig or the half pig that we got at the end of last year. So that's taken up quite a bit of space, and what we're going to do today is render that down so that it can go into tubs and then be frozen again. So it actually uses up a lot less space once it's rendered down. It's 9 o'clock in the evening now, and one of the jobs I want to get started and underway before I go to bed is rendering down the fat. This is the first batch that we're making from the current fat that we've got, and this will be drained off and the fat allowed to set, but we'll repeat the process 3 or 4 times to make sure all the fat is extracted. We've boiled up and then simmered the fat for about an hour and a half, so we've strained it through the sieve there, and that fat will go back into the pan and will be reboiled again and again until there's no fat left to render from it.